when you pay your taxes. It is the world that has been pulled over your eyes to blind you from the truth.
What truth?
But a lot of things are happening in the Middle East. Short update, and I guess it reveals the whole story. Just about an hour ago, a spokesperson of the State Department in the U.S. said that the U.S. demanded Iran to abandon its ballistic missile program and nuclear program. And then it ended with what's happening in Iran right now is a big tragedy. Now, why is it so important to pay attention to this? Because the first thing the spokesperson said is related to why Israel has to attack in Iran. Israel cannot tolerate Iran arming itself with thousands of ballistic missiles and renewing its nuclear program, which aims to destroy Israel. So that's the Israeli side. And the ending of that press release was what's happening in Iran is tragedy. And that, of course, is related to the help is on the way in regards to the over 40,000 people that were killed in Iran by its own evil regime. What I'm trying to say is that the ground is being prepared for something that will be both Israel and America dealing with Iran.
And Iran intensifying its crackdown on nationwide unrest. Internet monitors report that the digital blackout is getting even darker and connection is increasingly unstable and reportedly going to last quite a while. Trey Yinks has the latest from Tel Aviv. Hi, Trey.
Dana, good morning. As regional tension grows with Iran, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has issued a new warning for the Islamic Republic.
If Iran makes a mistake and attacks us, we will act with a force that Iran has not yet experienced. No one can predict what the future holds for Iran, but one thing is clear.
Of U.S. warships heads toward Iran, quote, just in case, nearly a month after anti-government protests began in the country. According to defense officials, the USS Abraham Lincoln and its escort ships were in the Indian Ocean as of Friday morning. Last week, the president appeared to tone down threats against the Iranian regime after he said he'd heard on good word the killings had stopped and the government was halting planned executions of accused protesters. One U.S.-based organization estimates more than 4,000 protesters have been killed so far and that the figure will likely rise. Sam Vinograd joins us now. She's a CBS News national security contributor. So, Sam, what do you make of the president's continued reference toward potential military force against Iran?
As we learned, President Trump, Iran military never off the table when it comes to President Trump. And there is certainly a lot of chatter among security analysts that President Trump has just been biding his time and waiting to put more military assets in place prior to engaging in another military strike against Iran. So while we all wish that we had a crystal ball, we don't, and the president is certainly unpredictable when it comes to using the military assets at his disposal. But we do know this. As of this weekend, there will be more military assets in the region that could serve to deter Iran from responding with force if they are attacked by the United States, and could come to the aid of other U.S. service members currently in the region. So the U.S. will have a much larger military footprint in the region as of this weekend.
Iran's supreme leader is blasting the West tonight, blaming the U.S. for those massive anti-regime protests that prompted violent crackdowns. This is we're getting a better picture of just how many people have been killed by the regime in the unrest. Molly Hunter is tracking all of this for us tonight. Molly, good evening.
Jose, today for the first time, Iran's supreme leader Ayatollah Khamenei admitted that thousands of people have been killed. A U.S.-based human rights group estimates about 3,000 protesters have been killed by Iranian security forces. But because of the internet blackout over the last week, the actual numbers are very hard to independently confirm. Now, in his speech today, Khamenei didn't take any responsibility for the killings that he described as, quote, inhumane and savage, instead blaming the protesters and also the United States for inciting the violence, calling President Trump a criminal.
Americans of a catastrophic winter storm just now starting to hit. At least 17 states declaring states of emergency already tonight. Heavy snow, dangerous ice, freezing rain, and then life-threatening, brutal cold moving in. More than 180 million people under alerts. The massive storm building in Texas and Oklahoma, stretching 2,000 miles across the south into the Carolinas and then up the coast into the Northeast. Washington, D.C., Philadelphia. In New York City, city officials tonight are preparing for up to a foot of snow. Authorities warning of dangerous driving even before the storm. Dashcam video showing a driver losing control, crashing on I-70 in Belmont County, Ohio. Philadelphia loading plows and sanders with salt tonight. The city declaring a snow emergency. Drivers urged to stay off the roads. It's going to be a dangerous mix of freezing rain, ice, and snow. Thousands of flights already canceled tonight right through tomorrow. They are expecting some airports to close down entirely for hours on Sunday. From New York to Texas tonight, a familiar scene playing out. Customers lining up at grocery stores. This image here in New York, stocking up on supplies tonight. Stores across the country now with bare shelves. Lee Goldberg standing by to time this out, the potential ice and snow totals depending on where you are, and we'll take you right through it. And ABC's Morgan Norwood leading us off tonight from Dallas, where the system is just getting started tonight.
Tonight, that powerful winter storm threatening more than half the country, set to slam millions with heavy snow and crippling ice. Authorities warning families to take this seriously, from New York all the way down to Texas. New York Governor Kathy Hochul tonight.
This is a very dangerous combination of heavy snow and extreme cold temperatures.
New York City bracing for what could be its biggest snowstorm in nearly 5 years, up to a foot possible. Epic lines at grocery stores, parts of the South bracing for potentially catastrophic impacts, up to an inch of ice possible. Fears of more crashes like these in Belmont County, Ohio this week. Tennessee Governor Bill Lee sounding the alarm.
We all know that there is a very serious winter storm coming. Snow, sleet, ice, freezing rain. Very dangerous conditions.
In Texas, road crews out in force.
And here in Dallas, brine trucks, sand, cones strategically placed under major overpasses so road crews can quickly respond as conditions worsen.
Officials warning the ice could knock out power